Hey guys. Okay, what we have here, we have menu 12. This is a French RCIR, and this is what it has in it for contents. And you can tell this is a pretty fresh one. It was made in 2012, and it is good until 2015, so there's still a lot of life left on this ration. So let's go ahead, open it up, and see what's inside. And you simply pull these tabs. Alright, there we go. Alright, the first thing we see is some muesli. And this is muesli with fruit. We have some soup. Soup de poison. It's not poison, this is fish. Just like what I had in my last one. This is a drink. The campaign biscuits, they are savory and salty. The caramels. This is a small brew kit. We'll open this up in a second. Package of tissues. Fromage fondue, so this is the cheese with a ring pull tab. You know, I like ring pulls. And according to this is boar pate. Of course, we have the chocolate. And this is some nougat or nougat. This is a apricot bar. It's the soft stuff. It's like in a nougat as well, compressed with some compressed fruit. Here's the stove. And again, inside the stove, it has a garbage bag, water purification tablets, a foldable stove, matches, and the rest of the things listed on this box. And we have a tartiflette. The tartiflette is like potatoes and cheese, probably with some veggies in there too. And then we have a pork salad. So this one is designed to be eaten hot, and this is designed to be eaten cold. Okay, let's take a look at the contents inside of our little drink pack. And right off the bat, we have 2 coffees. And with those are 2 sugars. And this is mint tea, salt and pepper, another sachet of salt and pepper, and then a hot chocolate drink. So there we go. That is the brew kit, or the drinks pack / accessory pack. Okay, so this is the contents of the French RCIR, menu number 12. Alright, time for breakfast. We're going to have some muesli, the muesli's kind of interesting. I flipped it over. This takes 80 to 90 milliliters of water. But if you look right there, I was kind of surprised. This is packaged in Augsburg, Germany, or probably made in Augsburg, Germany, for the French. So there we go. The muesli. Gonna do a cup of coffee with some sugar. I have one of these nougat bars, fruit nougat bars. I went ahead and opened up the crackers. On the last vid, I said savory and salty, which means the same exact thing. This one's savory, salty, and this one is a sweet or cereal bar. I do going without knowing. That's a trait that I've retained from Fort Bragg. We used to get orders, go do this, and invariably we'd be running around and somebody would say, where are we going? And the usual response was, I don't know, but look good and go really fast. So yeah, that's kind of my mantra for the rest of my life, pretty much. So I got the crackers, 2 types of crackers, and then I went ahead and took out some caramels. Now the caramels, I might not exactly have those for breakfast, but probably snacking until, you know, that tea time between breakfast and lunch, just to go ahead and have some additional calories to keep me going, fueled, and keep my energy up. So let's go ahead and get this fixed up. Okay, again, I'm going to go ahead and try to mix this in the bag. This stuff all on the bottom, and I want a nice even clean cut, so instead of trying to rip it open with my hands and destroying the package. And again, it's oats, strawberries, there we go, and about 80 to 90 milliliter of water. I'm just going to pour it all in there, let it constitute. And this has turned out to be my favorite spoon that I've gotten that is very durable from the Australian Ration. So let me mix this up, let it reconstitute. It says give it about 5 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, now the coffee. Let's go ahead and put our granules in here. And again, this comes with no creamer. The French like or prefer their coffee black, so there's no whitener. And give it a stir. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. This stuff has pretty much reconstituted as much as it's going to get. Let's go ahead and pour it out so you can get a look at it. So there we go. There's our muesli. Also, we have that nougat bar. It's basically just some compressed fruit, gelled fruit. It's like a, what would you call it? Gelled fruit. And the cereal crackers. Savory crackers. And of course the caramels. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Looks pretty good. Pretty tasty. You can really taste the strawberries and the other pieces of fruit. Right, now try a little coffee. Yep, that's good and hot. Okay, now we'll try this gelled condensed bar. And it tastes pretty much like a sugared gumdrop. So, this is a apricot flavor. Alright, now the crackers. And you can tell there are two distinct differences. The cereal bars I had in the last ration were darker and had like little flecks of chocolate in it. And these ones taste more like a graham cracker as opposed to... Okay, and then we have the caramels. I'm not going to try one of these right now because you'll be seeing it coming up next.
Thanks, Gundog. That looked really nice, mate. And here we are at part 2 of this international ration relay. And yes, this is the very same RCIR that you just saw breakfast being consumed out of for Gundog. So now it's part 2, lunchtime. And with a 24-hour ration, it's always hard trying to figure out what you're going to have for which meal, and that guesswork's been taken out of the equation for me, so I'm very happy about that. And so this is what Gundog has kind of picked, I suppose, for my lunch today. And let's just get it all out and see what we've got. Even these RCIRs, even one part of it, it still looks like a full ration. And there we go. We got the biscuits de campagne or campagna, salted, and the sweet ones or the cereal crackers. So we got the box in there too. So there we go. And cracker wise, yes, we have 2 packs with 2 crackers in each, I believe, if memory serves. So 2 packs of the cereal, or the sweet ones, and 1 of the salted. We have the good old portable stove, and some heating tabs, and all the associated paraphernalia. And if you've seen my Spanish video, well, we'll have to be careful. Pork salad. Now, a consumer Freud. Now, I have since found out that that means to eat cold, so, okay, I guess I'll save a lot of the comments telling me that. I'll just do it. Although, mind you, we do have a we do have a heater here to be eaten cold. Don't know, you know. If there's a portable stove to light, I'll usually light it. I've got some napkins, thank you. And what we have here is goat's cheese. So I think it's kind of like a, it might either be like a goat's cheese spread or something of that nature. But I think that's going to go very nicely with the old crackers. We got soup, instant soup, soup de poisson, which is fish soup. Interesting. I don't know. I thought it was a sticker, it's sort of a generic packaging at the front, but yeah, fish soup, instant soup. Cool. We've got a couple of caramels here. Yum. These are great. Remember these from the last time. And we have a Bâtonnet de Nougat tender of fruits. So I think fairly safely to say that's a fruit nougat bar. Here's a tea. Is it a mint tea? Oh yes. Yeah, mint tea by the looks. And okay, so this is a fruit, this is a drink. Sucre like a peach fruit drink. Yep, for 1 litre of water. Alrighty, ho, so that's lunch. It's looking pretty good. Let's get cracking. Okay, we've got quite a few liquidy things to mix up today. So why not? We'll start with the cold one. Now this sachet here needs a litre. Back from that side. This glass here is about 300 ml, thereabouts. So we'll shoot to use about 1/3. of it, which I'd say it's probably about there. It's kind of just a sort of a nondescript powder, like sand almost, but it's given off a real pungent smell. Very tangy. That's the best word I can use to describe it. As I'm pouring this and stirring it, thinking to myself of all of the faux pas I've made with foreign rations, I'm wondering, was this supposed to be tea? Some kind of hot drink? Quite possibly. I always do that. Smells good, nonetheless. Next up, we've got our tea brewing. Tea bag. Okay. Give it a smell. Wow, that smells good. Strong peppermint coming off that. Bang in some hot water. Let it do its thing. And while we're on the topic of hot things, the fish soup here, instant soup, we need 25 centilitres, which is just 250 ml of water. So pretty much your standard instant soup. Giving the pack a good sniff. It does smell vaguely like fish stock. Anyway, in with the hot. Should be about half a canteen cup. Just sort it out. Oh yeah, you can smell that fish now. Good stir. Okay, fruit nougat bar. I love nougat. Looks good. Smells good too. Oop. Suppose I can't really comment how whether these are in one piece or not. I think that damage I just inflicted. So those are the salt crackers. That's the cereal one, these are the sweet. Oh yeah, more biscuits instead of crackers. And they yeah, smell quite a bit different too. Caramels can drop in there. This is the fromage fondue, au fromage de chèvre. Oh god, I don't know why I try. But goat, apparently. And when I was doing translation, it did say something about melted, so this isn't a huge surprise that it's gooey like this. Yeah, that smells really good. Very... uh-oh. Okay. What he says is he just licks bits of cheese from his forearm. Hopefully it didn't go any further than that. Yeah, pretty explosive. But there we go. Yeah, it's just runny cheese, I suppose. I haven't come across something like this before, but very wet, soft consistency. Okay, our pork salad to be eaten cold. Look at that, big chunks of pork, big chunks of potato, and it smells great. This is what I love about having the tinned entrees instead of the retort pouches. you've got a lot more opportunity, a lot more scope to have bigger chunks of actual food. You know, make it through okay, not get crumbled up into a mash. So yeah, it turns out more like real food. Oops. Okay, come out, come out. Okay, to be eaten cold, can't break the rules. Okay, we won't go overboard with it. Use our neat little carry handle here. Okay, so we'll go for a cool side and a warm side. Just so we can comment on both. And plus, I think, just by including that that heater, Gundog was taunting me to use it. Okay, we're all set, folks, so let's see what this stuff tastes like. We'll go for the fish soup first. Extremely hot. It's interesting. I'm just trying to think whether I've actually had, you know, outside of a chowder or stuff like that, whatever, had just plain sort of clear soup that just tastes fishy. It's not bad, it's just different. I think it's just how accustomed people get. You know, like I look at an instant soup and when I taste it I expect to taste chicken. Or chicken stock flavour anyway. But it's not bad. Yeah, it's just different. Now tea, just get the tea bag out of the way here. You can come over here. Okay, a bit of smell. Yeah, still smells strongly of peppermint. That's really good. I'm not a huge tea drinker, but you know, that doesn't need anything. It doesn't need any sugar, or it's got a really restrained mint flavour. Yeah, I'll definitely finish that. It's good. And here we go, the mystery drink that required 1 litre, which I'm assuming was cold. And that was peach flavour. That's delicious. Yeah, it's really good. There's, you know, approximations on the water to powder ratio there, but that's beautiful, beautiful, subtle peach flavour going on. Our salt crackers, nice and fresh, and nice and hard. They're somewhere in between a normal cracker consistency, like an MRE cracker, and the hardtack stuff you get. You know, the bulletproof crackers you get over in Europe or Eastern Europe. So somewhere in between. It's a nice balance. And the sweet ones are in the same ballpark for strength, density, and etc. Except they've got you know, nice notes of sweet. Don't know what else they've got in there. It looks kind of, you know, wheaty and that. I think there's a few other things going on, but yeah, predominantly it's just got a slightly sweeter than these. Fruit nougat, nice and soft and fluffy, like nougat should be. Boy, I love that stuff. It tastes just like it looks. It's nice. It's dense, but it's soft and fluffy in the same breath, and the nice little bits of fruit in there. Yep, I love nougat. Alright, so just quickly, we're bouncing around. The pork salad. Big chunks of pork and potatoes, carrots, corn, and you know, there wasn't much left in the can actually for the sauce, but there is a sauce in here. Okay, it's a big chunk of pork, really tender. Yeah, great consistency, and it just tastes like fresh meat basically. I was half expecting it to be chewy and, you know, not the most appetizing of things, especially cold, but it is. We'll go for the hot side. A few veggies from the hot side too. Bit of sauce. I know it's a pork salad and all, but I think when you look at it, I'm sure some of you will agree with me that it doesn't really look like something you would serve cold. Not to me anyway. Looks like something that should be hot. And it actually tastes, in my opinion, better hot. All the veggies taste really fresh. There's just enough given them, not too mushy. And the actual soup itself, or the liquid, is very restrained. It's just like a slightly thickened stock. There does appear to be, you know, some sort of exotic flavours going on there. Oh, okay. It's got Dijon mustard in it, and vinegar. Yeah, herbs and spices and whatnot. Very cool. So that's delicious. The French really know how to do this well, and everybody asks, you know, what's your best ration? I don't really like saying I have a best ration or a favourite ration. I love them all. They're all unique in their own way, and they're all meant to serve, you know, slightly different objectives, you know, in terms of longevity and portability and all that kind of jazz. But what I do say is that if you were only going to try one ration and that was it, then I'd really recommend going for a French 24-hour RCIR just to experience it, because, you know, it's actually really, really good. Jump into the cheese here. So the consistency is the same all the way, like a dip basically. Real creamy. Like I say, it smells heavily of cheese, which you'd expect it to. Oh wow! Oh, that's so silky. That's so good. It tastes how it looks basically. It's like a cheesy, like a thick cheesy mayonnaise-y type thing, or, you know, like a cheese dip. But when you put it in your mouth, it's so silky. Even the aftertaste is great. Of course, it's begging out for some cracker action. And it just makes absolute sense with the crackers. Very good. This, by the way, we've got salt and pepper here. I forgot to show that earlier. Gundog kindly included it. It doesn't need it at all, the entree. No seasoning required at all. Got it right first time. So, du au revoir. And we'll finish off with the caramel. And let's see what the boss thinks of this one. We got some French food from Gundog.
Gundog.
Yep. There. There's soup. And there is the peach drink.
Gundog. Gundog. Daddy.
Yep.
Gundog.
Yeah. Okay, honey. So in the bowl, that's pork salad. So you got big chunks of pork meat.
Yeah. Mmm. Yummy.
Is it good? Big chunks, eh? You can try some of the potatoes.
Yum.
You like that? Okay, so just behind the bowl, you've got a cracker with the cheese spread. You know who made that cheese?
Nope.
A goat.
A goat?
Yeah.
Can be kidding?
Yeah? Good. That other cracker is a sweet cracker. But if you need anything to drink, you've got the soup and the peach drink. Yeah, let's try it. This peach. Yum.
Okay. Yum.
And the other ones, that's the fish soup.
Yeah, that is fish. I can smell it.
You're not too keen on the fish soup? No? Okay. Well, you got nougat is the white one.
Nougat.
Yeah.
Yummy.
And the last one's the caramel, but you don't have to eat that, honey.
Which one?
The other one.
This one.
Yeah.
Why?
Do you want to eat that? Why? Nah, I'll have it. I'll have it. Come on.
No.
Give it to Daddy.
No.
Give it to Daddy.
No.
Alright. So thank you for joining us on part 2 of this International Ration Relay. That was the lunch of this 24-hour French RCIR. Thanks, Gundog. You've really pulled this all together, so awesome experience. Over to you, G.
Alright, by now, by this part of the video, I'm sure everyone is well aware of what's going on with this project, this little international project we have going on. All in one video. That's a pretty international video there. So we have this French individual reheatable combat ration, also known as an RCIR, menu number 12, and it's best before April 18th, 2015. And I guess without further ado, we should check out what I'm going to be reviewing. There's a tartiflette. No idea if I'm saying that right, but that's what it says. And luckily this box does have the English equivalents of everything. So this is the tartiflette, I believe, is the potatoes with cheese and pork. Potatoes with cheese and pork doesn't sound like the most appetizing thing, but as we've seen with French rations that all three of us have reviewed, it's probably going to be delicious. There's a terrine de sanglier. Superior quality. Nice. And I don't know what a terrine is. Oh, this is a... I guess I should remember from the last one. It's a pate. Apparently this is boar pate. Wow. My previous experience with RCIR pate is it doesn't look like much, but it tastes wonderful. Then we have the stove, or the heating kit. The stove, and it's got... let's see what it has in it. It has the heating tablets, the little stove itself, and let's see if I recall correctly, there's more in here too. Yep. We also have a little handle for holding the cans when they get hot. There's some water purification tablets, and some matches, and a trash bag. So we also have an 1848 chocolate bar, dark chocolate, 64%, salt and pepper. I did take some French about 25 years ago in high school, and it hasn't really stuck with me very much, but I'm pretty sure it's salt and pepper. And we have some of the biscuits. These things come with a lot, so we'll split up into 3. We each got a pretty good amount. We have some salt biscuits and some cereal biscuits, or sweet ones. And we also have some, hot cocoa, instant coffee, along with some sugar, and green tea, green mint tea, I guess, from China, or Chinese tea. Oh, I'm sorry. That was an empty box. There's the caramels. And a nice big box of tissues. You can use these for toilet paper, you can use these for napkins, you can use these for tissues if you have a cold. And the box for the biscuits. Alright, so here's dinner. And one quick thing I would like to point out is that this is a 24-hour ration. As with all 24-hour rations, it's designed to give you 24 hours worth of nutrition. It's not meant to be a single meal, but how you go about eating it does depend on your situation. A soldier who's on the run and not really able to sit down and relax might not have the chance to use his little stove and start the little fire to heat up the stuff. This could be eaten cold, but it's obviously going to be a lot better warm. You can split this into 3 even meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like we're doing, or you can just eat what you want when you want. The idea is that over a 24-hour period, you're going to eat everything that's in here. Now, luckily for me, Gundog has already taken the mystery out of this and sent me exactly what I'm going to be eating. So let's go ahead and eat. Alright, time to get this meal going. There's only one real food item that needs to be heated, the tartiflette. So we're going to use the little cooking stove that comes with it. And I'm actually taking the opportunity to use the stove that I used on the last RCIR that I had. The only other thing that really needs to be heated is some water, because we do have a few beverages with this one. We have our coffee, our green tea, green mint tea, and our hot cocoa. Looks like these take, I guess these CLs are centiliters. These are milliliters. 15 centiliters for the chocolate one, 14 for the coffee, and whatever you want for tea. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up about 2 cups of water for these. And as we've learned from Kiwi Dude, you don't want to use one of these stoves directly on wood, like a cutting board for instance, or this wooden table. So since we're not using a flameless ration heater on this one, I had to find some excuse to use a rock or something. So here's our rock. I'm going to put a little bit of tin foil down. I don't know if that might help reflect the heat up a little bit. Put our stove right on there. We have our matches and our heating tablets. Alright, that's going. We'll put our water right on there. Give that some time to heat up. Alright, that's getting pretty hot after about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I don't think it needs to be boiling, and I think that the little heating tablet is getting close to being exhausted, so I'm going to take this off in a minute. I think that's about all we're going to get out of that one. It is up around 150 degrees, so that's not too bad. Let's see if I can get our next tab going without having to light another match. Yeah, looks like that's going to work fine. So we'll go ahead and heat up our tartiflette. I'm not exactly sure if this is supposed to be opened, but I think it's a little safer to have it at least cracked a little bit. That's what it looks like before. Alright, I don't think it's going to take too long to heat up. It's going pretty fast and furious right now. Go ahead and make up our drinks. And our tea. cocoa. Directions do say that you have the water first, but so go ahead and put it in the cup. And our coffee. The ration didn't come with any utensils, so I'm just going to use an MRE spoon. I'm assuming the French are issued a mess kit, includes all the utensils and everything. Also, the only condiment I had for the drinks was some pack of sugar. Go ahead and use that. These are biscuits or our crackers. We have the salted ones and the cereal ones, or these are the sweet and the savory ones. I'll go ahead and open up one of each. And our terrine de sanglier, which I would have no idea what that was. If it weren't for the box that tells me that it's a wild boar pate. The ingredients, I could see pork in there. If you just told me it was a pork pate, I'd be like, oh, okay, that sounds okay. But wild boar pate sounds very impressive. Let's see what it looks like. I would be nervous about this if I hadn't had an RCIR before. As you can see when you open it up, it doesn't look too much different than cat food. Luckily that's not the way it tastes. I was actually considering heating this up just because it has this sort of gelatinous bit around it. I kind of thought maybe if it was heated just a little. I know you don't really heat pate, but just to melt that. But if I just go with it as it is. Put this on the salty cracker. We have our dark chocolate bar. I hate to say it, but Kiwi Dude always seems to get these things, these chocolate bars, in their a little bit sad shape. This seems to be just like it should be. The shape's right. I don't see anything leaking out of it. It sounds like we just stopped heating the entree too, so we'll get to that next. It does have a little oxidation on it, but I'm sure this French chocolate is going to be fine. It smells like dark chocolate. And we have our caramels. Six of these, so obviously each of us are getting 2. Our tissues. And now it's time to eat. Salt and pepper too, which I have a feeling I'm not going to need. The little stove comes with this handy little tool here, which doesn't look like much, but that is a way to pick up something very hot without burning yourself. Let's see, you totally burned out that heating tablet. And this is very hot. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing open. That's hot. Wow, that really cooked. Look at that, the bottom is burnt. Maybe I shouldn't have left it in there quite wait for the full heating tablet. Hopefully that won't affect the taste. I thought 1 tablet, 1 can, but I guess you could do more with just 1 tablet. I'm going to guess that in the field you probably would take the entire top off of this and give you the chance to stir it around so it wouldn't get burnt on the bottom like this. And of course also in the field you might not have a tray like this and you could just eat it right out of the tin. But this is a result of my cooking. Alright, so this is our tartiflette, or potatoes with cheese and pork. You can definitely see the pork in here. Nice big chunk right there. And these little potatoes, those come from some small potatoes, little half slices of those. It'll be pretty tender. Not a lot of sauce in here. Kind of like get a little bit of a gravy, not too much though. Obviously there's cheese in there. I'm sure we'll taste that, but let's try this pork. Seems to be pretty tender. Got some fat on it. Try some French pork. That's good. It's very good. Not surprising. There's some pretty big chunks in here. I guess the fat content is something to be expected, but it's a little bit fatty for my taste, but that's just the style. Try these potatoes. Very good. They're perfectly cooked. Not tough at all. Just firm enough. And you can definitely taste that cheese in it. I don't know what kind of cheese it is. I'm sure it says on this can here somewhere, but it's all in French. There's a lot of ingredients on there. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's some kind of French cheese, obviously. And whatever it is, it's very tasty. This is some rich food here. It's definitely not something one would expect from a ration, a military ration. I think if you serve this to somebody, they wouldn't think you cooked it yourself, but I don't think they would say, oh, this tastes like something out of a can. This tastes like an MRE or something. They probably wouldn't be able to place it, but I'm pretty sure they think it was good though. So that is delicious, but we're not done yet. We still have a few other things to try out here. Let me give this coffee a little taste. I'm not a coffee drinker. It's cooled off a little bit, but I'm sure that's fine. Let's get that sugar in it that I put in there. It's pretty strong coffee. Seems to be stronger than the coffee they put in the MREs. Try some of this tea. It's good. I'm also not a big tea drinker, but tastes like some good green tea. Cold day, I'm sure that would be appreciated, having some nice hot drinks. And the cocoa, I think I'd probably have to stir this up a little bit. It's been sitting for a few minutes. And that's very good too. I mean, it's hot cocoa. It's very similar to what you get in the MREs, but maybe still a little bit better. A little bit higher quality of chocolate in there. So now we're going to try our pâté. Actually, let me try the cracker itself. The salt one. Not much to that. It's pretty bland. It doesn't... No salt on it. It's pretty smooth, very dry. Try the cereal one. There's not a lot to that either, but there is a difference. I don't know if this is in line with the vegetable crackers that the MREs come with. I don't think so, but it's possible. But it does have a little bit of a sweetness to it, especially compared to the plain salt one. I mean, the crackers, what do you want? But now I'm going to try the wild boar pâté. And so I realize this isn't much to look at. And pâté is probably one of those acquired tastes. Tastes to me like liverwurst. I mean, I don't really have a real educated palate or anything. I don't have any problem with liverwurst, but that's basically what it tastes like. And I'm sure somebody who made the pâté heard that their wild boar pâté tastes like liverwurst. They'd probably be insulted. But I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just that's the closest thing I can think of to compare it to. Since I'm not a connoisseur of pâté. But I'll be eating this whole can. Let's try our 1848 dark chocolate. It was a good year, I'm guessing. It tastes good. It's got some weird crunchiness to it I wasn't expecting. I guess it has some little bits of, I don't know, is it toffee or something in there? Oh yeah, you can see it in there. Whatever those little things are there. So that adds to it instead of just being plain old dark chocolate has a little something extra. It's nice. And that just leaves us with a caramel to finish off with. So, not surprisingly, this was a very good meal. And I do want to say, in closing, thank you to Kiwi Dude and Gundog4314. Kiwi Dude for doing his part and editing these together and posting this video. And a huge thank you to Gundog for getting this whole project rolling and supplying us with this food. Good caramel. And thank you very much for watching.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Bye.
See you next time.